Combine later this week, and the Rams are saying to Matthew Stafford, go out there and see if anybody really likes you, and then report back to us. And then you wonder, now, this is what I'm always interested in, is the dominoes if, let's say Stafford goes to Pittsburgh. Hopefully they get a better offensive line and a couple of weapons. What do the Rams do? Does that impact what the Vikings do? Are the Vikings going to sign up Sam Darnold? Do you franchise him? If you're the Steelers, would you be more interested in Sam Darnold? What do the Rams do if they let Matthew Stafford go? They don't get Sam Darnold. Are they interested in trading up? So that's what's always interesting for me is this happens, that means that could happen, which means that could happen. And this is a situation there with Matthew Stafford wanting to get paid. Now, he's a great in-the-pocket passer. But we saw with the Steelers, even with athleticism, with Justin Fields and also with Russell Wilson Jr. III, you got to be on the move there. And unless that offensive line, and Bill Belichick talked about that during the season on McAfee, where he talked about the line was just not that good. And I can't count on Pickens. So is that maybe the destination is for the money, but if I'm the Steelers, what does Matthew Stafford give me if we don't give him what he needs to succeed? That's really the tricky part. Matthew Stafford is an upgrade, but only if you upgrade your offensive line and wide receivers. And his season in L.A. was okay. It was good. 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Okay. I mean, you can get that out of Russell Wilson. I don't want that. Do I want Kirk Cousins? He's going to be less. He's a guy who doesn't have mobility. Darnold has some mobility. Is he still 27? I think he's been 27 for the last 3 years. Sam Darnold's only 27. His age always accompanied him, like Aaron Rodgers' age always accompanies him. Certain athletes. Yeah. Yes, Marvin.
But wouldn't an upgrade for the Steelers be Russell Wilson with an offensive line that's better?
And some weapons. Yeah. I would go with Justin Fields, but that's only because there's nothing going on with that offense. Now, if you get a true quarterback, then I don't need Justin Fields. The problem is you haven't done that. Yeah, Paulie.
Do you think the Rams are hoping someone gives a big deal to Stafford for 2 years so they could tell their fan base, we made an offer to him. We made a gentleman's offer, a good offer, and he went elsewhere, like pin it on him?
I don't think they need to apologize for anything.
They were a little close to the Super Bowl to blow things up.
I know. I thought they were going to beat the Eagles. I thought that was a game-winning drive.
If they had a worse season this year or didn't do anything in the playoffs, it'd be easy to move on.
Yeah, they became, and I know there were people who thought that they were a legit playoff team, but they were more than that. Like you go to Philly in the snow and you have the ball with a chance to go to the Super Bowl. 1 or 2 plays, all of a sudden you're kicking the extra point. You're playing in the Super Bowl. But, they're probably looking at Matthew Stafford and saying, do we want to pay you $55 million? He wants the going rate. He's just, I wouldn't pay it. I get it. But who's desperate to pay for that? Like the Giants aren't ready to win. Matthew Stafford want to walk into that? Like, where do you want to go? Going to the Rams had talent there. And he was the missing piece. Now where are you going? It's not like he can go back to the Lions because he'd be like, hey, they'd be a good team to play for right now. But I'm curious about Stafford because he can still play a couple of years. Aaron Rodgers is going to get all the clicks. Like everybody wants to talk about Aaron Rodgers just because Aaron Rodgers brings clicks. But, is he going to end up in Vegas for a year? Because if I'm Tom Brady has known Shedeur Sanders a long time, known Dion. He's worked with Shedeur Sanders, so he knows what he is. Will he be there? And does Tom want to draft him? Now, a lot of times those who play aren't very good at assessing those who play. Sometimes you're just great at what you do. Michael Jordan, prime example. He could play, but, when I think about the guy who could play, who could then pick out talent, Jerry West. He had an innate ability to be able to go, that guy. And not many of them do. But I think that'll be interesting what Tom's role is in what kind of quarterback he wants for that team. Yeah, Paulie.
I have a quick NFL game for you based off a couple quarterbacks you mentioned.
Okay.
Whom has made more money up to this point in their career? Kirk Cousins or Matthew Stafford? They both made a lot.
Both have done very well.
Very well. They're not hurting.
I'm going to say...
You're going to go last, Dan.
Oh, okay. Todd.
I'm going to say Cousins.
Seton.
I think it's going to be Stafford.
All right. Marvin.
Stafford.
I'm going to go Kirk D. Cousins.
Matthew Stafford has made more by $50 million. Kirk Cousins has made $294 million. Now, Kirk has a lot on the way of guaranteed money. Kirk could finish at $411 million. Matthew Stafford, up to this point, has made $364 million.
But if the Falcons, when they cut Kirk Cousins, then nothing's guaranteed, though. Can't they get out from?
I don't know if they can get out of 2025. That I have to check.
Okay.
But Matthew Stafford, $364 million and counting.
Dang. But wouldn't you want to? No, I don't know. Maybe his wife doesn't like L.A. I don't know. But if it's that, then I get it, because I've read where maybe she is the one who not pleased with L.A. or wants out. So I want to be fair with the story. I don't know, but man, I'd play for a discount if I could play for the Rams, play half my games in that building with that coach, with Puka Nacua. Williams is my running back. I kind of like that. Because if I'm looking at the options, like, can he go to Tennessee? No. Steelers? Maybe. Raiders? Yeah. Is that worth it? Well, I think he's only $30 million or something. I don't think his salary is prohibitive.
I think he's $27 million for the upcoming season.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a bargain if you can get him. But that's why he wants a new contract. Rams don't want to give it to him.